Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Aria. It is fall and I am ready. If you watched my last video, you would have seen that I did a small fall haul, and in this video it's the follow-up where I'm going to be giving you some DIY ideas for decorating your home for fall. You are going to get 8 DIY decor ideas for your home, and I must emphasize they are so easy. They're so easy, it's embarrassing. If you like this kind of content, please don't hesitate to hit that like button, make a comment at the end of this video, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're not already a part of my YouTube family. If it's your first time here, welcome, and if you are a regular subscriber, welcome back to my channel. Let's get into this video. The first DIY, they're all very simple. It's just painting some orange styrofoam pumpkins that I had from previous years. I think I have this like 3 years now, but because I want the brown as my main color this year for fall, I'm going to be painting this pumpkin, and that's all I'm going to be doing, painting the pumpkin. But I need to make sure that it's a muted color, and I wasn't getting much coverage with the paint, so I did a little bit of spray painting to get rid of that orange, and then I went in with some mix of whites and dark brown to make some shade of brown. I just kept going in with different coats until I was happy with the shade. And that's my first DIY, guys, just painting the pumpkin. DIY number 2, again, is very simple. I got this painting, this picture of a painting from Etsy. I picked this up for like $3, and all I'm doing is painting some Mod Podge over it to give it an original canvas texture. And that's my DIY number 2. I bought a frame. I picked up a frame from Ross, but you can probably thrift a frame, or if you have a frame already, you could paint it gold or get the rub and buff to put on it to make it look, you know, ancient, antique, and pretty much swap out what's in there. And there is my DIY number 2. This, I think, came out gorgeous. You could not tell me I did not pick this up from Target. DIY number 3 involves some pears. If you had watched my fall haul last week, you would have seen that I got a bunch of pears from Hobby Lobby. It was a pack of 6 and it was for $6.99, and unfortunately I didn't get it on the sale, but it was $6.99, and I am going to try 3 different DIYs with these pumpkins so I can get 3 pears that look different. The first is the paper mache. I did not have when I started this DIY, I did not have the Mod Podge, so I just went in with wetting the toilet paper and painted over it, and I just prayed that the paint would hold it together. But I eventually got some Mod Podge and painted over it with the Mod Podge, which secured the paper onto the pear. I let it dry for about a day or 2, and I just went in and kind of made it look a little bit aged. I wanted the right shade of off-white, and then I went in and dabbed in with some brown paint, then I used wet paper towel to dab in the color to make it look a little bit aged. and the texture on this is just fabulous. And this looks like one of the pears that you could pick up from Crate and Barrel. Let me know what you think about this DIY.
I've grown tired of wasting others, tie down these loose strings. I get lost in this dried out.
DIY number 4, again with the pears. I decided I wanted to go in with that textured cement looking finish, but in brown. So of course the key to this is using baking soda mixed in with the paint. I had to go in several coats, and what I did was I used a dab motion so that I will get as much coverage as possible in each coat. You have to allow each coat to dry in order to get this working. After a while I was getting a little impatient, so I decided with the wet paint being on there, I was going to just sprinkle some more of the baking soda, dab it and let it dry, and then I started going in with some off-white cream paint, dabbing it with a paintbrush, and there it is, the textured cement, textured stone-like looking pears right there on my coffee table. DIY number 5, super simple. I just did not want to have the pears with that original pear color, so I decided I was going to go in with an off-white, going into that light beige, I don't know what you call it, but I wanted it to be a little bit darker than my paper mache pears and a little bit lighter than my stone textured cement pears. And there is my DIY number 5. Very simple and really adds so much to my decor for fall this year. Okay, so we are at my DIY number 6, which is inspired by the terracotta pumpkins on Pottery Barn. Guys, these are retailing for $60. I got this pumpkin from Pop Shelf, as you would have seen in my previous haul, for $15. And I already had this white acrylic paint, and I'm going in with several coats because I just want it white. It's a little bit whiter than the Pottery Barn one, but guys, you can't tell me this is not a simple DIY, and look how exotic it looks in my decor. DIY number 7 is me using the sand wax method to create a DIY candle. Now, I wanted a very large candle for my living space, either for my coffee table or the table under my TV, but I wanted it to be super easy. So I'm using the sand wax method, and I'm using this bowl, wooden bowl that I got thrifted from the Goodwill some years ago. And this package of sand wax I got from Amazon, guys, and I can link this below if you are interested. These candles are so easy to create, and if you have old containers or jars from candles, scented candles before, guys, use them. Use this method. It's super easy, and you can drop some essential oils in there for smell. In my case, I wanted to hide it because I didn't want it to discolor the look of the candle. But yeah, there's my DIY number 7.
Let it fall where it lies. Coffee's cold, but we take a sip, talk about nothing.
And this brings us to our last DIY, number 8, which it's hard for me to do a set of DIYs and not do something with florals or a wreath. So here's my front door wreath for fall. I decided I wanted to incorporate one of the pumpkins that I painted. These pumpkins have been recycling themselves for probably the 3rd or 4th year now. Guys, the biggest part of this DIY that gave me some challenge was to get this pumpkin onto the wreath without falling or looking like it's toppling over. So I decided I was going to use a piece of styrofoam square, and I was going to use some tie straps to annex it. So I used 2 tie straps, one to be around the wreath and then another one from the styrofoam connected to the wreath. So I hope that's not confusing. I also used some hot glue to help to secure this pumpkin, and yeah, that's what I did. It was toppling a little bit, but I decided I was gonna kind of just force it over, and I started decorating from under the pumpkin. So the point is, the pumpkin is the main attraction, and then there's florals coming from the pumpkin continuing up on the base of the green wreath. Let me know in the comments what you think about this wreath. I got the original wreath form from at home way up in the year, and that's been the plain wreath that has been sitting on my door because of how busy I've been. So let me know if you like my fall wreath for 2025. Thank you so much for staying towards the end of this video, guys. I hope out of all the 8 DIYs that I presented you today, that there is something there that you're going to try. Let me know in the comments which one of these DIYs is your favorite, or if you have more than one favorites, please let me know. Thank you so much again for watching this video towards the end. See you in the next video where I start decorating for fall. Thank you so much. Stay positive, stay intentional, and always remember to love yourself, guys. Peace out. See you in the next one.